And now
Chapter 3.
We lost trucks.
Now all of a sudden we're in Borderlands 3.
Everyone who's
Wow.
played that game has said that
Just
Chapter
like
3
that.
is like
Speaking
the
of
best
games where you need
chapter,
vehicles.
like where that game really starts, where it opens up.
Okay.
What? No, it's all. I know what I'm doing.
I was making sure that we're still in there.
Oh yeah, you're still in here.
Yeah, speaking
We're
of
on
games,
this. We're moving to this camera though.
Oh no.
I think. Yes. Yes. We're bringing this camera in for Borderlands 3.
yeah, speaking of games where you won't get very far without a vehicle.
Yes. This is one of them. I'm gonna hop back out of here so David can get in. I'm also gonna move the microphone really quickly, and then I'm gonna try and get TeamSpeak loaded up on my phone some more so we can bring back all of our friends from earlier today.
Thank
All
you to
right.
everybody who's watching, by the way.
Yeah, keep on. We're gonna be here way too long today, so keep watching.
We do it for the people.
David, come on,
Men of the people.
come sit on my lap, or I can move out of your way.
Oh,
Whichever you prefer. Get in there, Borderlands 3.
Are you ready?
Come on.
it's the third one.
It's the third
It's the third
Borderlands.
one.
Third time.
This is
Guys,
the third.
it's the third one now.
It's the third one now.
Are you ready to border the lands?
Oh, I've been ready to Borderlands for the
You guys
third
should
time.
be able to turn the volume up on the TV if you want.
Let's turn it up a little bit. How do we do that?
I don't know. There's
Okay.
buttons. It's not my TV. I can't really speak to that.
There are definitely buttons. You need to jump up where I am and get a shield
Where are you?
up here with my with my gun monkey.
Where's up here?
You can touch the pet. Let's touch the pet.
You can pet him. Yeah, you can pet all the animals in Borderlands 3.
He starts jerking off when you touch him.
I mean, that's what.
Can I see
It's
you
perfectly
on my
natural.
map? Where are you on my map here?
Okay, so
Hey, you're next to each other.
Oh, wait, I see.
I'm shooting at you.
Should I just be able to like?
Yeah, go over to the other side over here. That's how where I came out. There's a spot
I'm
right
here.
here where it's
Oh, well, I was.
yeah. Did you get the shields?
No.
Oh, good.
I'm an Xbox peon.
Okay, if you just jump up towards the ledges, you'll climb up on your own.
Set an alarm for 4:30.
I love having Game Pass.
I'm here. Okay. What do I?
Did you already get whatever was there? Maybe it already gave it to you.
Maybe.
So you already have a shield on. Okay, now we just need to go back to where we were, I guess. Where is the bot? Oh, we need to go in here, I guess. Confession chamber. That guy's probably friendly.
Shiv? Yeah, he looks like a.
Johnny Shiv, I am.
Gun monkey attack.
You made his giant Popeye arm?
Alright, everything looking good on the stream, folks?
I didn't do it.
That means you did it, Ozzy.
Wherever Snow Pit tilted.
So do you guys have any questions or anything about Borderlands 3? Like, because Josh and I,
Oops.
and Ozzy might even be able to...
When do I get an awesome gun?
You might have already picked one up and just not switched it out.
I'm out of ammo.
Like, you may have already picked up a gun.
How do I switch guns?
You gotta go to your inventory. Well, triangle if you have an extra gun equipped.
Oh, I do.
Well, that guy just caught fire and burned to death, so everything is wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's set now. You guys get your own proprietary weapons. Like, you don't have to
Oh, we have
fight
loot
over
sharing
loot.
now?
Well, there's also the option to turn it off and play it cutthroat, like the old school Borderlands, if you want.
Let's not do that.
I'm less about the guns and more about the kick-ass abilities.
I also like that they've got a point system for the weapons in this one. It makes it really easy to understand like how quality my weapons were, but it's still not necessarily indicative of good.
Right.
Because like you find a legendary weapon, and it might be like better than a gun who's like twice as high in the point system.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But that's what's-
always judge weapons by the rarity scale.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
We
like a
asked him if we could turn the
setup.
game sound up a little bit.
Yeah, we can turn the game sound up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Only a little bit.
They don't want to hear us.
Yeah. You probably don't want to hear it too much. Let me know if that's enough, folks. I can turn it up more. Oh, it's just Mark asking.
Listen,
It's
yeah.
it's not.
He's
It's just
important, though.
it's just Mark.
He's important, though.
Well,
I
Mark's
know.
taking our clips.
I know. I'm just giving him a hard
He
time.
makes me look good, so
Good job, Kevin.
when I look bad,
That's a
Jeez,
full-time
that guy
job
is a
right there.
Herculean feat ahead of
Oh
him.
boy.
you're not wrong.
Oh, hey,
Good
whoa,
Lord,
whoa,
Mark.
whoa, whoa.
You're
MVP.
not wrong. I'm just gonna hide over here behind you.
Need ammo?
I'm just hiding behind me.
There's
Hide over here behind you.
Oh, wait. Okay. Well, there's plenty of boxes around.
Nope.
You see a box, do not touch that box.
I'm gonna touch all the boxes.
Show me on the box where you touch the box.
There's lockers right there. I
There's
won't touch
so many
lockers,
lockers.
but I will touch boxes.
Are they hurt lockers?
This is one of those games where I just touch everything.
It is a game where you want, like, you just explore a lot. Like, I'm very much like leave no stone unturned.
This
Especially,
and Outer Worlds are both games where you just like want to just grab everything you can.
they really reward the exploration
I
factor
don't
in
think-
Borderlands 3, though.
I'm
More
ex-
so than in any other Borderlands.
I think we did.
Yeah,
the same.
like being able. I really like finding the hammerlock
Ammo,
monsters.
I don't know.
Like, I think that's my favorite,
You know
like,
how to use them? You
just
do.
like random
Yeah.
encounter things.
You have
is-
117 rounds.
And you get all the rare spawns too.
There you go.
Oh, I
Jump
jumped
down.
down below.
Yes. Oh yeah. Like the
The force
like
troopers and that kind of stuff.
yeah. Also, I like that. I wasn't gonna say like you can get upgrades for your vehicles now. You can they really ranked up or leveled up the customization for a lot of stuff.
Wait, what is back here? That we
Let's
need to
see.
do? Oh, it wants us to go underneath or something. Oh, there. Yeah, there's Claptrap.
Your hunt is not yet over.
Claptrap is one of my least favorite things in video games.
Wow! I
That's a
said
fact.
it! I
You don't like Claptrap?
I'm not a fan.
I have a Claptrap tattoo.
Now all that's left is to signal Lilith that the mission
I'm
is
sorry.
Means you must kung fu fight.
So far, you like the Chiefs, and you don't like Claptrap.
I
You
have-
are really batting 1,000 here.
I have nothing against people that like Claptrap.
I like Fire Wings. That's pretty badass.
I just feel like Claptrap is kind of the Jar Jar Binks of Borderlands.
I don't know about that.
is a
I can safely report
That
that
is
Operation Trojan
kinda
Horse
effed up.
was a complete
Them
success.
fighting words.
I did it all by
Yeah.
myself.
I'll bet. Well, the cult's destroyed every other Crimson Raider stronghold, so this'll have to do for now. So what's your name, killer?
Okay. What do you want?
I'm Flack.
I'm
and your
Flack.
voice was in my
Your
head.
voice was in my head.
Explain yourself.
These are things I
Yeah,
say often to
about
people.
that. Not the weirdest thing you're gonna see on Pandora.
Oh,
Seriously,
hush.
thanks for answering my call.
it down
You might not have
now.
the numbers, but with a badass
Voices
like you,
carry
you've got
through
a
my
fighting
head.
chance. Welcome to the Crimson Raiders. Pandora's a dangerous place. That grenade mod will come in handy. You should equip it before we get started. Let me know when you're ready.
You have to talk with the square button.
I'll
I-
equip it later.
Yeah,
But we're co-op. We
It's
both
your
have to talk.
funeral.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, do you hear bloodthirsty
Things
screaming?
just popped out of your body.
More COV. Let's see what you got, recruit.
There's too many of them! We're
He now has grenades.
doomed!
It's the Firehawk! The God Queen wants her head!
Oh, shotgun doesn't do much from close range. I was expecting more.
Trying?
I think I'm down.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Gun Monster is watching her back.
You have fight in you yet.
Second again. Slayer. World premiere.
King Slayer. Double kill. Okay. Now we have to talk to Lilith again.
Children of the Vault. I believe the bandits actually stopped fighting amongst themselves.
Honestly, I don't mean this as a criticism, but I didn't realize there was like so much story in
Alright,
Borderlands.
got a
I thought this was
foothold.
like the
Maybe
output
things are
with
turning
guns.
our way.
Well, yeah, the
Come on,
lore
Kelly, you're
is.
with me. Let me catch you
I'm
up.
in
Well,
the
there's
front.
lore
A
and
while
story.
back we
This
found
is
a map.
story right here.
Led to vaults all over the Borderlands. Dream
Slory.
come true, right?
Slory.
I didn't realize how big of a target it would make us. We got attacked and the map was lost.
Walk
Looking for it ever
faster.
since. This way. I was so focused on finding the map, I didn't notice that Pandora was changing. The bandit clans used to just murder each other for fun. Now they're all under one banner. A cult. The Children of the Vault. Right. Come on, let's take a look around. Their leaders are the Calypso twins, and their followers worship them like gods. They're convinced the map will lead them to something called the Great Vault, and they've been slaughtering anyone who gets in their way. We heard a rumor that a bandit clan found an alien artifact in the desert. Could be the map. That's what we're here to find out.
You take lots of rest for the beginner.
Alright, I did it.
I'll stand guard.
How do you, Blake?
I got TeamSpeak to work.
Perfect.
Means we get our friends back. I did it. Maybe they'll talk to us even. Hello? Oh man, is it push to speak? It is push to speak. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna fix that.
Recovered the sacred vault map. Send our followers to invite the Sun Smashers into our holy family. And hurry. The twin gods grow hungry.
New gun.
The map. I knew it. We have to beat
Yeah,
them
you
to the
still have
Sun
your gun? Where was
Smashers.
that?
Okay, there we go.
I'll open the
Continuous transmission has been achieved. Can you hear us, anyone?
I can hear you.
Alright, Krabs can hear us.
Come on, this way.
Hi, Krabs. You spent some time with Borderlands 3 as well, haven't you, Chris?
I have.
What did you think of it?
Borderlands 3 was a nice update from Borderlands 2. They fixed a few of the problems it had, and it was kind of more of the same, just more refined all the way around. I liked how big the game ended up being. I didn't like all the sections, but I appreciated the slightly larger scope, even though I don't think traveling to the different planets felt materially different. But there were several very, very well-written sequences, and if you had a chance to get 4 people in a group, it was kind of the hoot that it's always been. Very nice co-op game, and this one was definitely the best of the Borderlands, I guess.
Yeah.
On a technical argument, just felt like it was a solid game.
I feel like
Better than I expected it would have been.
yeah, I feel like the gameplay mechanics really amped up, especially like like all the stuff with the skill tree, being able to slide and mantle, and the graphics also like got up to notch. I feel like the only thing is I feel like the story was still better in 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enemies are much better in 2.
I
Skill
think
tree, I don't really know because I found like there was only really one way I could go as I progressed in the game to actually be
I gotta
effective.
talk to Claptrap.
So I'm not 100% sure I agree
Yeah,
with the
talk
skill
to
tree
Claptrap.
part, but the other games were like that too. So
over here, press.
All it says is go forward.
Oh,
Ah.
maybe it just was taking time to load.
We did it.
You did it.
thought it had very good HDR, one of the better HDRs I saw this year.
Yeah,
Sure,
absolutely.
that way.
I've been playing on my PS4 Pro with the HDR on, and it looks so crisp. Looks super crispy.
I very much enjoyed Carnivora. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not.
I feel spoiled. I don't want to play
Way to
anymore.
spoil everything. You spoiled everything on. You spoiled everything, Chris. You spoiled it all.
Someone else come tag in.
Chris spoils everything.
Who needs Donovan? You need to play Borderlands?
I'm gonna set up
Just
camp
come
and
in
gather
and-
some
I
I was gonna say,
info
if you
on
want me to play, I'll
Calypso.
play. But
Yeah,
Find a
no,
Sun
no.
Smasher war chief and do whatever it takes to get that map.
David said enough.
Right, you guys got this.
David can't handle it anymore.
I'll tag back in shortly.
The intensity.
that tears it.
I want to see someone who knows what they're.
I was a bit let down that it still really had no
Yep, that's me.
conventional Diablo
Donovan,
style
I know what I'm
game,
doing.
but
First guy.
it didn't really bother me too much. Like,
Donovan knows what season.
I got a few characters up to 50 and then took them through the plus
Let's
and
go.
Let's go this way.
attempted
and
to
shoot
do
it fast.
the whatever you
Yes,
call
like
the
first
slaughter.
boss,
No.
I can't
Oh,
remember
well,
the
yeah,
exact
sort of
missions.
shift.
I didn't really complete
Yeah.
them because I
We killed
couldn't.
that guy. Where's the
get good enough
other
drops,
There's
but-
little dollars on here.
I felt it was a solid game.
Vending machines, right.
Yeah.
Leave their
The initial reveal with Pitchford doing magic had me more worried than the final product ended up being.
But he loves magic. That Randy. That's what
That's
he's
true.
all about. His special magic tricks.
Yikes.
Heyo. Alright. Man, and if y'all are just tuning in, we're Shacknews. Today we're doing our Game of the Year deliberations, so we're making everyone play everything ever that came out this year. Every single game that came out on any console, mobile phone, all the games.
Toaster.
Toaster games, yes.
Tesla.
Tesla games, Stadia. They're all getting played today.
Google Stadia, so good.
On the whole Stadia library. We're going to be streaming it from now until the end of the... No,
Yeah.
we're just going over
PS4
games
for you
that...
guys to play, or what's
We're
the
swapping
setup
over
in the
that now,
office?
guys.
What was that, Chris?
What's this garbage?
Is everything you are doing have to be on PS4, or what is the setup like at the office?
Oh, well, right now, this is going to... Borderlands 3 is actually the last game we're playing on PS4 today. Then we're going to be switching over to... We have a 3 PC setup to stream a bunch of other stuff. Like Remnant from the Ashes, Sekiro,
Basically
Control.
everything that's not Switch stuff.
Yeah, Switch is going to be at the very end of the night. We're going to have a Switch extravaganza. Yeah. It's going to be great. And if, I believe we even put out a schedule
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I got the
online.
schedule here in front. See what's.
Powerful connections. Call Marcus repairs vending machine so you can have them sweet guns.
How am I supposed to profit off this war torn? Yeah, I mean, sell premium weapons to heroic vault hunters such as yourself. Let's fix my vending machine. And by that I mean, you fix it.
Okay.
Damn psychos.
PJ,
Always
Donovan, have you
scavenging
guys
for buzz.
played a lot of Borderlands games in
You
the past? Or?
literally
I have
placed
played
that circuit
Borderlands
with
2 and
something.
1.
Yeah, the first Borderlands is like, I think that's the very first game in my Xbox Live. account.
Really?
Borderlands, yeah.
Get me
You-
one of their
Where it all got
spies.
started.
Great
Better
time.
get used
Now
to
look at
doing
you.
things like this if
Here
you
you
want
are,
survive
forced to play the third
Yeah,
one
Borderlands.
Yeah,
for our
mustache.
news.
It's the third one.
Yeah, you probably didn't have a mustache for the first Borderlands.
I
It's the
didn't.
third
I
one.
can confirm I didn't have a
Sunrise,
mustache.
sunset.
Let's go collect a
We
spine.
grow old.
Oh,
We
yeah,
grow up
yeah.
so quickly.
You're right, Blake.
It won't be much
the
longer
third
till
one.
your back starts hurting and
It's
you
the
wake
third.
up and
It's the third one.
Well,
No,
you have.
Crab's not the incredible lumbar support of this gaming chair I'm sitting in.
oh wow, what a shill.
Which one is which?
There you go, two of these places. Sounds pretty good.
Hang on.
You having trouble with some skags?
Is there a VR setup at
I'm
the
level
office?
3.
There is and there isn't. There are things that you can use to do VR,
Are you getting ready?
but none of them have been set up.
Okay.
Holy crap, the monkey holds a gun.
Yes.
So there's.
Because my entire Game of the Year argument is based around a VR headset.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
yeah,
is
that one.
what is that?
Dirt Rally 2 with a wheel and a headset.
Oh snap.
Can we fire
High
Chris
tech.
already?
High tech.
You can't fire. For some reason, I think there's some clause where
Can't
we
fire
can't
someone
fire
that's
Chris.
not here.
There's one of
Yeah, Chris isn't here, so we can't fire him.
He's in the eye. We can't get
Chris
rid of
has some dirty little secrets. That he
Yeah. Oh.
What was the biggest, longest side?
Yeah.
Termination.
Chris has probably got some photos,
Things are murdering
incriminating
people.
photos of Asa.
No.
Petting
he's
dogs
got
that aren't
incriminating
loyal.
photos of Ozzy.
Shot
Ozzy's the
stack.
one he would have
Who do you
incriminating
think
photos
you
of.
are?
I don't know. Someone as liberal as Ozzy. I wouldn't imagine he's got too much to hide. Pretty open book, that Ozzy.
Whereas Asa, he's just made for Photoshop.
Yeah. It's probably just some Photoshop photos of Asif hiding behind a tree, menacingly, like, wringing his hands together.
There's like,
There's no menace. It's just he sees a target of opportunity.
like Microsoft Paint blood leaking out from behind the tree.
Circle button slide makes me upset.
Oh, lovely. Oh, my.
But MLB The Show 19 was clearly the best PlayStation game of 2019.
You know, we
Wait
made
to
that
see it.
argument for you,
Wait to
Chris.
see what
I
wins.
bet.
We
I already
made,
knew what was going to happen.
we made that. MLB The Show came up several times last night.
Crap, have to wait and see what won.
Wait a minute. Are
Yeah.
we going the right way?
Who all played?
Who all played? Last night was just talking about, like, Game of the Year
Just
awards.
played it in
He wants to
general.
know like who's played MLB The Show.
Yeah. We went through all the,
I
best.
played MLB The Show when it was
Sports
when it was free
categories.
on PS Plus.
I played it in 2016. It's the same game.
Wow.
Well,
I'm kidding.
Shots
I'm kidding.
fired.
Toxic. What's this?
I read the script for MLB The Show,
Yeah.
so it's like I saw it.
joke if Greg's not here.
I read
Oh,
the
man.
script on Reddit.
I've
Yeah.
seen The Sandlot. I know what it's
There's a
about.
duel up.
So, Chris, the other day we're talking with Greg,
Okay.
and he talked
Oh,
about.
jeez.
Yeah, I know, right? There you go. So you already know where this is going.
It's so bad.
It was so bad. Basically, Greg said that he found a movie that he liked, and he said it was the new Ghostbusters because he had read the script online, so he knew it was a good movie, even though the movie has yet to come out.
Greg can read.
What happens if we go?
Right? Okay, that's the big. That was a big shocker for a lot of us, but the fact that Greg referred.
Specifically, right now, I'm having to write
He's
this
out getting
article
first aid.
to pretend to be
Yeah,
Greg.
he did
That's
tell us
right.
so.
Greg
Put
did
his name on
hurt.
it.
I'm gonna
Greg is-
I've been told he
you have to
can't
go
read.
around.
Greg
got a
can
work
read.
place injury.
Greg can read Ghostbuster scripts. He got injured though, so yeah, I shouldn't be too mean to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually got
Somebody
hurt.
knife him
I'm gonna
during
file
the
for workman's
deliberations.
comp.
He was
Yeah.
getting out of these
He
sweet
hurt
chairs
himself.
and
Great.
that chair sensed his weakness.
Yeah,
and
his workman's
slashed him.
comp is coming via DoorDash right now.
Greg
Umpire
slipped.
got over-supported and now he's bleeding.
Greg slipped on some pee in the Costco bathroom.
That's the Sun Smashers camp, but it looks
That's a
like
reference to your
I've never
favorite
been to
anime.
Costco.
Not the kind of penis
Sounds
that's in
like
Death Stranding.
That was a reference to your favorite anime, Krabs.
Wait, those aren't bad.
King of the Hill?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
That was what happened to guy played by Tom Petty. You know the guy that played.
That was like at the end of the show.
That was towards the end of the
I
series,
missed
man.
that. Yeah. I missed a lot of the end of the show.
The end
Oh my gosh.
seasons.
Yeah.
I always thought those were better than like the original seasons.
Luann's husband.
Yeah,
Come here.
Tom Petty.
Come on, buddy.
Tom Petty with some really good casting though.
Oh, this thing's awful.
I just like Tom Petty
Did you
in general.
terrible things?
Oh. Yeah, you guys have been haven't really been spicing up the gun game.
I'm using this
I'm equipped to
jank ass shotgun
It's hard to
sniper.
spice it up when you're at the very start.
Yeah,
It is difficult.
See,
It's
then
true.
pop that little baby's brain.
but they rank up quick. Like by the time you get past once you get past like what is it, loudmouth? The boombox guy?
Yeah.
Like then you seem to really like the guns start like
That's where
I
really
got a
guns really
controversial
pouring in.
2019 take.
When they
It's
open up the
Borderlands
door,
3 had a
first
much
one.
better piss grenade than Death Stranding.
You think Borderlands 3 had a better piss grenade than Death Stranding? Is that what you
I
said?
do.
I didn't even know there was a piss grenade in the
How do
game.
we not do pet?
Yeah,
best
you get it
piss
from
grenade?
the guy that's named after Sloth.
That's the
The one that rides on his shoulders and you kill him and he drops a grenade and it's just called It's Piss. And the flavor text is It's Piss, literally. And you hit people with it and then they take an extra 20% damage and you're covered in yellow.
Wow.
Nobody else played this game?
What? We just didn't find you. Like, you can play the game and never see the same weapons.
Why is it?
But it automatically drops from the person every time.
Cover story.
There's a rich gaming tradition in Club throwing piss grenades, going all the way back to Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress 2. What a
Even
classic.
Postal 2 before that, when you just peed on the entire marching band.
I mean,
I don't know how big this
It was not a very good game.
I'm gonna let someone else tag in here for me, so I may go get something to drink really quick. If that's okay with everybody.
Stay hydro.
Oh shit.
Josh is coming in. Josh, you did the review for this game, so you
I
can
did.
A lot of nice things to say.
I did do the review for this game.
You're also the guide lord.
I got the second one.
It's great, honestly.
Borderlands 3 is a good game.
It's a really good game.
I don't know about that. It's okay.
Well, you also voted for a bunch of anime
Borderlands
games, so
is the third one.
your opinion's kind of...
I didn't vote for a lot of anime games.
This is an anime game. Look at
I'm kidding.
Not really.
Is Sekiro an anime game?
No.
Yes.
That's like push you can get.
Katana Zero is an anime game.
Listen, perhaps stop pushing your Katana Zero agenda on us.
It's a good game.
So honestly, I
Zero's
really...
an excellent game. I fought for that.
Okay, alright, Ozzy.
You did
You're
fight.
right, it is a solid looking game. I haven't played it, but it does look solid.
I haven't played it. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Chris, okay? I'm sorry that I didn't have time to play every game this year. I apologize for letting you down.
That's what Thanksgiving break was for.
Yeah, talk about Borderlands,
Yeah.
Josh.
Alright, so I think kind of to... You brought up an excellent point earlier, Chris, about like how the planets don't always feel like a big change, like moving to a different planet. But for me, it was kind of the opposite. Like, while it's still basically the same gameplay, like, finally experiencing new environments in Borderlands was great to me. Like, it was fantastic because we spent so long on Pandora.
Yeah, they did have different color palettes, but you still were loaded with the exact same white trash people shacks and all the same building parts.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's like, it's Borderlands. Like, that's Borderlands to me. Like, I don't go into something like Borderlands expecting Gearbox to create the most innovative game ever. You know, I want more Borderlands. I want more of
Saw
the...
end of part 2 where the promise was we're going to go to these different planets. I didn't realize that all the different planets would be inhabited by the exact same white trash people. With the same buildings and...
I mean, yeah, it's just one part of a small galaxy. Like, it's not like we were going to several different galaxies. Like, it's all one galaxy, so it makes sense that it kind of has the same type of people there. But I don't know, I thought they did a pretty good job of opening it up without completely, like, fundamentally changing the Borderlands formula.
Hey, Jack.
But I definitely get the opinion of, like, it didn't feel like a big change, and I can respect that. But for me, it felt nice. Like, it wasn't a huge change, obviously, but it was enough of a change to keep things interesting and keep me wanting to play more.
Why does this game keep throwing shotguns at me if they're the worst weapon in the game?
Because it wants you to use shotguns,
Welcome to the
TJ.
first 6 hours of Borderlands 3.
Yeah, I will say that, like, once at the start, the guns, like the amount of guns and stuff that you get are all like pretty much just copies.
Shotguns are garbos until your skill tree is filled up.
Honestly, this is one of the few games where I actually use shotguns a lot.
I use them a lot too, but I like to be in people's faces.
Yeah.
Like, I played through as Amara. Most of my hours are logged on Amara. And, like, I was
She's
very
the
much...
brawler character,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was very much in everyone's face all the time. So, like, shotguns were perfect for me. Shotguns and SMGs.
Yeah. Right now I'm playing through with Flak.
Like, I like Flak, too.
I think Flak, yeah, it's nice because you have, like, the animal companion. So it's a little more fun if you're doing single-player campaign.
Where's the chat?
But also, like, you can be a little more long-range and let your animal do the close-range combat.
Is there a mix?
Yeah,
So, like,
that's...
you kind of get the
yeah.
best of both
Yeah,
worlds
we had to
there.
go to that.
Yeah, Flak's very, like, Flak is by far the most well-rounded character available,
It's
in
also
my
the
opinion.
first,
But also the animals become
like,
useless.
gender-neutral character in the game. Which is,
Yeah.
I think, kind of a cool thing that they did. It's a they, it's not a he or a she.
It's not something that's just shoehorned in.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
it's
in all the dialogue and the writing.
It's good. Like,
Yeah.
it's good representation.
Absolutely.
Which is fantastic to see.
And I love how much they flirt with Ellie. Like, I'm really into that. Because I think that's kind of hot. A giant woman and a robot getting together.
Ellie is one of my favorite characters.
You love who you
I want
love.
Flack and Zero to hook up, though, I think, in my opinion.
Flack and Zero, yeah. Flack and
Right.
Zero would be a good.
They're my
Good
Tweak and
hookup.
Craig.
Fair. That's a fair point.
If any of you out there watching are like good yaoi artists,
I'm making a beeline to the
they're like making a Zero and Flack.
The call to all Tumblr artists out there.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're.
We need a Zero and Flack romance comic.
There we go.
Make it happen.
The point I have also applies to Division 2 and Diablo and Anthem and every single Diablo game. Where people, when the game came out, found some really cool, interesting stuff to do with skills and synergies that developers immediately patched out because nobody, I don't know. I don't understand the reason to take the fun stuff out of the game.
No fun allowed.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue that
They
we've seen.
ruined the end of Flax, what do you call the second skill tree? Because people found out that it was actually fun. And Diablo's done this, Anthem's done it. Division's done it, where people find it new and interesting things that maybe is not part of the intended developer design, and then they immediately go and patch that shit out because they want you playing the game, they want you
Flack's
to
skill
design or
trees
whatever.
are pretty great. Like, because they just concentrate on DPS and health regeneration for the most part. For both you and your beast.
I like Zane a lot when I played him before the game
Yeah.
launched.
Yeah, Zane's
You want to
like,
talk about DPS?
Zane's a combination of Roland from the first game and Zero from
Yeah.
Borderlands 2. That's another cool thing that I like about all the archetypes.
Let's buy guns.
Is they're kind of like in between of the characters from Borderlands 1 and 2.
So it still feels familiar, but it also feels new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost gives you like the chance to play as two characters at once.
You've already got a
Yep.
shark's
Yeah.
spine.
And of course I went with Flat because like Mordecai, was like the first person I played through Borderlands with. So it's kind of like being the Beastmaster, and this is a little bit like being Mordecai. In the first one, mixed with
Now you have access to my vast array of
I want to say like
in a new
almost
convenient location.
like a little bit of Zero.
Thank you for dishing out some vengeance on those
So
filthy
that's not
bandits.
because you can do the
Let
sneaky
me
sneak
open
stuff.
up my secret stash for you. Who
Yeah.
says payback doesn't pay, huh?
think I think it's really cool too to still see like split screen supported in a game
Yeah.
in this day and age.
That was actually a big deal for them.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
like-
especially in like a major FPS like this.
Yeah.
Like it's still, it's just such a core part of the experience.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to let you do online with the split screen, which I can see that being a problem.
Knew you had it in you.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being some issues.
I don't think the consoles have a CPU that could hold that.
Yeah, I don't think they could either. But I mean, as far as looter shooters go, it's such a fantastic game. Like the grind is good. Like it feels good. I never really had any times where
Alright, let's find Sun Smasher Chief.
and the characters that they have, like that they brought in from all the other games as well, feel really good and work really well.
I see that it still haven't patched out the freezing for when you enter into menus and stuff.
No, there's definitely some
Oh
issues.
wait, we're done with
Definitely some issues still out there.
Also, I apologize for this third-party part.
Secret stash.
Hunting.
There's a chest down here. Give it a spoon.
But yeah, I think honestly, like one of my favorite things, and we did an article for all of these, is the rare spawns. Like that's one of my favorite things, is that you can go through the entire game without ever running into these characters if you don't know where or when to look for them.
That is pretty cool.
And like little secrets like that are like things that I really like because it's like Blake was talking about earlier. It really pushes you to explore the world and try things out.
What is the benefits of running into these characters?
Some of them can drop like special weapons or grenades or mods, and it's just like most of them have like little cool like mechanics attached to their fights and stuff, like their powers and things like that. Or it's just like little Easter eggs. Like there's one, there's the Mother of Groggins, which is very much a Game of Thrones Easter egg. There's Rackman, which is like a Batman Easter egg. They've got the Force Troopers, which are like Power Rangers. So, and they just got a ton of different ones. They've got the Rick and Morty like ones.
Okay.
I mean, they're just more enemies to run into in the world, but they're like, it's like running into a named enemy in something. Like, it's special, you know? Just kind of got special meaning to it.
Oh, I need a level 5 to get up there.
So.
Okay.
Hey, you got a Nova burger really quick.
I'm
I've
special
seen the
like
first
that.
one till well past 50.
So how are you feeling about it, TJ? Overall, how are you
I feel
feeling?
like it's more Borderlands.
Yeah.
I've played all of Borderlands 1 and 2, and I skipped over the pre-sequel because it was a little the moon physics were a little too floaty for my liking.
Gotcha.
But it's more Borderlands, and I appreciate these games when you're playing with other people, but I also still feel like this would be a little drony to me if I was playing by myself.
It's definitely a game that benefits greatly from playing with people. I think any looter shooter does, though. Like, really. Like, any looter shooter is better with friends.
Yeah.
Especially when you're grinding for, like, specific weapons and things like that. Like, if you've got someone to shoot the shit with, like, it's always a much better experience. Because otherwise you just burn yourself out. Trying to grind out things.
I hope you don't mind me freezing up your game by going through the menu a whole bunch.
It's not your fault, it's the Xbox's fault.
What about you, Donovan?
I like Borderlands 3. I didn't play too much of it because I got it on Xbox, and all my friends bluffed me and I had nobody to play it with. So the solo experience got pretty boring quickly, but I didn't think it was bad. But yeah, I haven't touched it in a while.
Gotcha.
I just grabbed a dust man into dust.
Oh.
How far have you made it in the game, Blake?
I just made it off Pandora.
So you've really been taking your time with it. When you've played.
You know what? I didn't get like all the echo tapes in every area, and that's the only thing I didn't do because I kind of got impatient towards the end, and I'm like,
come back to where we got.
I'm ready to get going. I like where the story's going. I'm excited to see who else I run into because I know everyone shows up. I played the Ice-T missions.
I like the Ice-T missions. They're good.
Yeah, you gotta go kill his crazy ex-girlfriend.
That was a good boss fight, too.
Yeah, that was a super fun boss fight.
It's a fun boss fight.
It's a really cool design. It's like fighting a Macross robot, essentially, like from Robotech.
I will say, without spoiling it, I was disappointed by the final boss fight in this.
Yeah. You know, the Handsome Jack fight in 2 was kind of weird too. It was like way too easy by the time I got there.
That's how this one felt for me. Like when I first it's one of those things that there's mechanics tied to it, obviously. But it's like once you know the mechanic, and it's so easy to figure out. Once you know how it works, it's so easy to beat. Like it's just too easy to beat.
I feel that.
All of the anointed randos you fight are much, much more difficult than any boss in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the badasses and like the hammerlock monsters.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's cool though. I mean, I think it's tough in a game where you can just grind your ass off.
For sure.
And like it's all about getting the bigger, better weapons. Like you're really optimizing your arsenal like the entire time, nonstop. Constantly having to decide what you should and shouldn't take with you. I do like the way that you upgrade your inventory system in this. I thought was a lot better than Borderlands 2. Like buying the packets from Marcus. You know what I'm talking about? Like
the SDUs, the super duper usefuls.
Yeah.
The super duper usefuls, as he calls them.
Yeah.
No, I was fine with the inventory system because like it definitely gives you a reason to have money. Because I mean, like, you find all of the best guns in the world. So there's no reason to buy guns.
We have to help Space Pig.
There's just no reason. So aside from buying ammo, you have no reason for money except for those SDUs.
Hang on, Josh, can I cut in here?
Yeah.
This was such a what the fuck moment for me when I found Vaughn like this, because Tales from the Borderlands was like one of my favorite games that year, and this was a completely different Vaughn to the point like, what the hell happened to him? Yeah, like, why is he like this now?
He's Space Pig.
Yeah, he changed a lot.
He really did.
Like, it really did a good job of, like, showing how much, like, the story from Tales of the Borderlands, like, changed him as a character.
Where's Tails set? Is it between 2 and 3?
Tails is set like a little bit after, because it's set after the death of Handsome Jack.
Yeah. And then Zane's also related to bosses from the previous 2 games. Yeah. So there's like stuff that's tying them all together.
Yeah.
Like it's really cool. Like while I don't think that, like I've already said, I don't think the story is as strong in 3.
It's definitely not.
I do really like. I've met the 2 writers that made it, and they're huge fans, and they really did a good job of integrating as much of the game's history as they could, and making it cohesive. Like, I'll give them credit for that.
Yeah.
And I was also like, the end of 2, I was just so excited to get off world. Like when I saw those planets, I'm like, finally.
Yeah.
Like, you should have gotten off world in 2. And like to see it actually happening, I think that's what's gonna push this series in the right direction where it needs to go. I would actually think it would be cool if the next Borderlands was more of an MMO. You know, something like if they did like something like Borderlands, kept the gameplay solid like this, and kind of do what you do with Warframe, where you like go from planet to planet, leveling up and grinding for better gear.
I could dig that.
That would be
I could
cool.
dig that.
I think the most interesting thing they could do would be to just stay off Pandora entirely until like maybe the end. Maybe you can hit it like at the end, but like
Post-game.
if you like just
Have a boss fight.
Yeah.
Just have it be a boss fight.
But if you set the majority of the next game like off-world, like explore an entirely different planet, like that'd be a lot more interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because we've had 3 games on Pandora.
Like how many times can you go back to Tatooine, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
As
Yeah.
many times as it
They
wants you to.
they definitely
I know, it's, but you should. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you cancel. Yeah.
they
Like-
definitely open themselves up more to doing something like that in the next one though. Because
Yeah.
like without spoiling anything, like Pandora like kind of plays its hand throughout this one. Like they
Yeah, it's you know, you're trying to get out of here. They're even talking about it now.
yeah.
Like you find out really quickly that you're just trying to get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, you really gotta give him credit. Handsome Jack is just such.
How do you
hard
follow
act to
that
follow,
up?
yeah.
How do you follow that up?
Like
Yeah.
it's probably like one of the most well-written villains ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The twins weren't bad.
Tails
Like
did a great job of following up too.
Without
as far as
spoiling the end of Tales,
narrative
I can say that they did a great job in ending that saga and just ending the whole tale of Handsome Jack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of ripples from Jack in this too. Like as you play through it, like you'll come across things like there are voice files and things like that you hear, and like there's side missions that kind of bring him up and bring up things from his whole thing that just work really well.
But yeah, even like beyond Handsome Jack, like Hyperion and his daughter are really tied into the story. Like very integral in what goes on in the world of Pandora. And I like that we're finally seeing more of these like Jacobs and like what Torador is that?
Yeah, we're finally learning more about these groups.
Yeah, who
that
they
we've been
are.
using their guns for so long, and now we're finally learning more about their backstory and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the world building. Yeah, the world building. Like, just excellent world building.
It really is. It really is. Now, there are definitely things that could have done better, but I mean, I think as far as like...
For what we got, I mean...
I'm happy with
this is
it.
great. Yeah, and it looks so goddamn good, and it plays so
It
goddamn
does.
well.
It does. I mean, I called it a masterpiece in my review, and I still stand by that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, as jaded
Like-
as I am on Borderlands, I have to admit, this is still probably one of the better co-op experiences on the market.
It is easily.
Like- And, like, far and away, one of it.
Yeah, it's just, and then, like, just little things, like, now that certain guns have their own shields, and that will, like, give you a damage boost. Other guns are, like, laser-based.
Yeah,
you know,
we finally
switch.
have a reason to, like, prefer a gun manufacturer.
Yeah, alt-fire.
Alt-fire is one of the
Yeah.
best, best things they
The
added.
bandit weapons are so good, too. Like, yeah, because they're just, like, modded, right?
Yeah.
It's like putting nitrous on a gun.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so great, dude.
Can you
It's,
mod your own guns, or is it still procedurally generated?
No. Is it? Can you upgrade weapons in this one? That's what I was
Not really,
wondering
no.
about. Like I think that's something that would be really cool because sometimes I get a gun and I just don't want to let it go.
Yeah.
And I wish
Yeah.
I could keep like feeding it guns to make it better because that would give me something else to do with my guns. Lola's here. Lola is here.
The chair pet
Doo-doo.
is finally here to save us.
I was kind of bummed that there was no difference to gameplay outside of him adding a slide for part 2. I was hoping that there would be destruction in this one or something, because there was kind of a big gap. But
I think the way that the art design goes, like the destruction might be a little.
I think it would be
difficult.
It would be very difficult to pull off. I
the way
think.
things are designed.
I'm also one of those people. As much as I love destruction and destroyable environments, I don't think every game needs it.
Yeah.
I think that takes away like the impact of it because like I don't want to destroy all of these buildings in Borderlands.
It doesn't need to be cracked down.
Greg?
I don't need the whole
Definitely
world to
need to be cracked down.
just a suggestion of something to make
Yeah,
it different
you haven't played yet.
from a gameplay standpoint. Because being able to slide is really
Donovan's a pro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
We'll let you get in here, Greg.
And I don't remember sliding at any point during
eat some food.
the time I put in,
say
where it was like gave me an advantage or
Step in for
anything.
me, Blake.
The
Yeah,
spicy
sure.
nugs have little black specks on them, and they're a little red.
Okay.
I'll play with Greg.
Yeah, you.
You got your best friend Flack
Show
and
off
his
your skill,
jerk
Blake.
off monkey.
All right, I've got my wanking monkey. That's all I need.
That's all I need. Is this wanking monkey?
Wanking monkey time.
And this pistol.
Jumping in?
Well, yeah. We're good. What?
Should I jump in?
If you want, yeah, you can jump and eat, and then I'll play with Greg until then. And Krabs can tell Greg how good he's doing or not.
You don't appreciate a really big screen. You have to split screen out a little.
Yeah.
It's the small things in life you treasure.
You have to push it all the way to the limit and use a TV as a monitor.
All right. Let's see. Did we all open the catch a ride yet? What are we doing here? Go to
Probably
Ellie's.
the next
Okay.
mission.
You gotta go to Ellie's. Well,
Do Scooter and Ellie ever get together?
Scooter and Ellie are brother and sister.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Dude, what the hell, man?
I forgot they were. Because he has that girl thing on his like store, right? That's like big. So I figured he'd be a fan of the husky woman.
No. They're, you know, they're both Moxie's kids.
Will you stop crying if I say
Well, Moxie has to deal with the devil because she doesn't age.
I think it's just a lot of space surgery and, like, you know, we don't know what she looks like under that pancake makeup.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I know that her and Vladov used to be married.
Let the map slip into the hands of culty psychopaths, and now the whole galaxy's in danger.
It's probably easier to like make a list of the people Moxie hasn't been with in Borderlands, right?
You know what's
She's with a lot of people.
I don't know.
Jack and
She does a lot of boofing.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Anybody saying something in the chat or anything? I think you're laughing.
Yeah, it's been the third one. It's the fourth one. I actually enjoyed the pre-sequel. It was kind of nice seeing Handsome Jack's descent into madness.
Yeah, the pre-sequel just had, like, it wasn't engaging enough. And, like, I think the moon mechanics ended up backfiring for it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
The
the
high quality models never load in on the console version of this. This is weird. Is it the stream?
it's only a regular. He said they was having trouble loading the textures on LA, so it was all jagged.
I heard y'all were in neighborhood. Good to see old Lil down.
Like that tire she had around the guy it never loaded in the proper LOD version with
Most humans are afraid.
it was just like a donut.
Yeah, this generation's definitely showing his age. Like it's starting to show its age. Like this generational console. The software's just so far ahead of the hardware.
The bet they made on the calculator CPU didn't pan out.
Then I'll set you up with a catch ride. And thanks for coming by.
I think that's also a really weird. It's a really weird space to be in because people, well, we want a console that gets 60 frames per second. And, you know, like, and we can have everything on Ultra. And they go, cool, that'll be $1,000. Well, we only want to pay $400. You know, so it's like, oh, okay, well, then you're gonna get 30 frames.
I think the next consoles are going to be expensive. because they've already announced the parts, and the parts have the price already. I know there'll be volume discounts for Sony and Xbox, but I feel like at least both of them are going to be $100 more than they were last time.
You think it's going to be $699, Chris?
I don't know about $699. I'm just they've already announced the hardware, and it costs what it costs. It's not going to get progressively cheaper.
I mean,
Christmas.
Sony was willing to sell their PS Pros at a loss, right? To get people the software.
I mean, yeah, they have incentive to make a decision like that, but it doesn't mean that they're going to do it to a crazy amount.
You're going to see Xbox One X's get cheaper every month from now until next Christmas. Because they have so many of those. I don't think they sell very well, so they have a lot of inventory.
They're making lots of profit on these machines now since AMD lowered the price on the APU power. I think they were profitable from day one, probably both consoles of this generation. They made that bet. And them staying x86 for the 5 and the Xbox One, 2, X2, whatever it's called.
Scarlet, whatever it's
Being
the
for backwards
name.
compatibility since they're staying on x86 and it'll make the swap between PC and console easier for developers again.
Hijack the video.
There's definitely a lot of promise at the start of this console generation about what these machines can do for gameplay changes. And when Monolith showed off the Nemesis system for the first Shadow of Mordor game, I thought, wow, this generation is going to be nuts. But then that was kind of like the wildest thing they did with the CPU for a while.
I feel like that's true with any generation, though. You know, you get this big leap up front, and then like 5 years later, it's obsolete.
Greg, I broke the car.
Oh no!
Greg, it's
I was just hoping that like
hold on, I'll get Ma.
games that weren't previously available.
Oh, you gotta break the goddamn car.
Ma, he broke the car again.
I broke the
Also
freaking
shocked
car.
that nobody
Oh my God.
straight copied
Is that
the
you? That's
Nemesis
not you.
system for all these years. It seemed like a no-brainer.
Am I the last person that hasn't played?
You are.
I was convinced that every adventure action game that came out after Mordor was going to have a copy of it, but I guess I was wrong.
There you go. Away we go.
Can you explain what it's supposed to be?
Also, I wonder what is making right now.
You just got a car, you gotta take it to one of Ellie's catcher rides. So, go left. I do not use them really.
Has the slate for stuff to be shown at Game Awards been confirmed, or are there still surprises in that?
I don't know. I mean, there's bound to be some surprises at the Game Awards.
Are you talking about our awards or the Game Awards?
The Keeleys.
The Keeleys, I'm sure there's some surprises left. Reggie Fils-Aimé just got announced that he's going to be there.
Oh snap!
Is
he getting? Are they gonna?
He's not as retired as he led us to believe.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
What are
So
we doing?
we're heading to that blue dot in the upper right hand corner.
Yeah, I wonder what. Maybe he might be getting like a lifetime achievement award or something.
He might just come out there and be like, hey.
Yeah. Hey, I'm still great, and so are you. I'm Reggie. Don't forget to eat your veggies.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Can that be his catchphrase?
Do I park this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it scans it, and now you got that vehicle. That was the mission you were on. Now go talk to. Oh no! Now you got to deploy it. So go to the console.
Redeploy the ride you scanned.
Let's see. What do we got coming up after Borderlands?
Got a rocket launcher I've been testing.
There's an article
All
for
yours,
that.
sweet thing. Just make sure you equip it.
Yeah, that's when we start the PC stuff, right?
According to the article, it's
Sekiro.
from software time. David's going to show us how to parry.
Probably TJ will show us how to parry.
It's definitely the best looking from software game of all time.
I don't know,
I like
Bloodborne looked pretty good.
I tried to play Bloodborne this year and I just couldn't do it. I wanted to throw up, but I like Sekiro.
Bloodborne.
It's definitely different.
Bloodborne needs to be on the computer before I give it a serious chance. These games are much more fun when they run smoother.
What am I doing here?
Bloodborne runs perfectly smooth.
It has to. Or else it's not allowed to be on the console unless it's like a huge like game like Fallout.
Deploy vehicle.
I say this as someone who beat Bloodborne and then died twice right after the game restarted on New Game Plus, and then my controller destroyed it.
Also hope that From allows high frame rate stuff in their future games. After playing The Surge 2 at 120 and how smooth that was, I hope that... What is the next From game called? I know they've announced the name, but I don't remember it specifically.
I don't know. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, that's right.
It's on
It has
HBO.
like a 2-word name or something.
Yeah, it's okay.
Something and something. But I hope they allow it to go remove a 60 lock because the combat in those games
Trying to
is
find
amazing
the.
when it goes higher.
I'm trying to find the map. Oh, it's just you. I'm trying to
I
find.
feel like The Surge 2 was a nice preview for what could be to come.
Is this the thing that I take it? Can I kill you?
Still any HP kibble?
Baby.
Can I kill Greg?
No.
Wait, you can't challenge people to duels in Borderlands 3?
That's ridiculous.
Not within a party.
That's my monkey.
That's your monkey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Not bad.
Did you kill his monkey?
I just kind of gave it a left tap.
Did you shock the monkey? Oh, you know you're gonna shock the monkey.
It won't leave me alone. I can't, what am I? I'm full on these things?
Monkey.
Then why did I bother looting?
Because it's
That's for 20
all
years.
part of the loot and the shoot.
Well, now what are we doing?
Is that a thing? There we go.
Could bump. Okay.
Does it say out of range? Out of range?
There you go. It takes a minute to like get acclimated to a game when you're switching games this drastically.
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't had a chance to play this at all. It looks really good. I like the Blaster Master car that I'm driving around right now.
Blaster Master. Like there was some interest. Wasn't there like an interesting story surrounding the writers from like 2 to 3, like how they used different writers and they. Because it wasn't Ashton Birch's brother wrote the second one, right?
Yeah, they're different writers in this one. They're good dudes.
You get out of the way.
Greg, I'm pretty sure you edited one of my interviews with them.
Yeah, it was true. Yeah, I just remember that when Borderlands 2 was pre-sequel was coming up, it was a big deal because Ashley Birch and her brother were like help writing it. This is so weird. We have to go. Stop hitting me. We have to go around.
Go around what?
Yeah, the waypoint system in this one is not super helpful. You kind of have to go where you don't think you need to go where you need to go.
Yeah, it's squirrely.
And the markers are teal, just like the map.
Yeah. And this is Game of the Year? With teal markers?
It's a contender. Relax.
It's a contender. I got it.
We all know what game of the
That's
year
why
is.
you have deliberations.
Super Mario Maker 2!
Every year.
Witcher 3. Switcher 3.
Switcher 3. Best Switch port was the Witcher.
For being the best of being bad, yeah, sure.
No.
What is okay?
I hate it when my
Same
games
out
are
of range.
super
I'm
pretty.
trying to put up second.
I'm not paying attention. The spicy nugs got me.
Do I need to link?
Jumped good, they're good. Stop firing at me.
No.
I hope you don't make that jump. Haha, you didn't make the jump.
Well, maybe if I was. Maybe if you let me shoot you. But...
Remember there was.
Boost?
I think it's left stick.
Left stick is just.
Or right stick, like you click down, R3 or L3 or
Right click. Oh, here, just here. Get display settings.
Remember when they announced the villain and some people on Twitter were like, "Oh my God, streamer culture is under attack." It's under attack, everybody.
Like the
I remember a lot of nonsense.
People be crazy. Stop hitting me.
No.
No. Yeah, fine. Here,
Why can't I kill Greg? This game sucks.
You can. You can challenge each other to a duel if you both hit each other.
Oh, 3. Bye.
No! You bastard.
That would be great if you died. It's so long, sucker.
You can't stop me. You only hope to contain me. Just want to thank our DoorDash for fricking up our order.
Did they mess it up?
Yeah. You ate someone else's nuggets.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. Those were spicy nuggets. I ordered a 10-piece spicy nugget.
And you only got 6. My point?
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, I got 10. And I'm like, okay, here, these are 5, these are 5. And I'm like, oh, I'll do this.
You got your nuggets.
I mean, look, my clan only accepted me as a leader after I killed a guy with.
How do you screw up an automated DoorDash order? Like, it's like sent to you. You actively have to try to.
It's like playing the secret telephone game. The more people that the order goes,
Wait, I have
the more
here.
likely
I
it's
didn't
gonna
think
get
from
fucked up.
Why? Why? But those are spicy.
I don't want spicy.
I got a good old-fashioned blood feud going. 4-0, baby.
Oh wow, that's fun. Okay, are we killing stuff? You want me to kill this thing with you?
I'm trying to find like the waypoint for Ellie, but I can't.
There's stuff to kill. Crit.
You don't need the waypoint for Ellie. You guys have already found the cars.
Okay.
There's something about Greg and waypoints and cars.
You want to go to the
I'm
children
level
of the
I'm batting. I'm telling you, man, I'm batting 50 today. It's very bad.
I'm the best.
I'm the best. Oh, what did I? Oh.
Critical. I do like the HUD in this game.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness.
Did you just ram me?
I'm helping. I am. I did do that. I'm helping you.
I got denied.
Helping, quote unquote.
I am a helpful guy. There you go. There you go. I do like the Blaster Master card. This is good.
His brother and sister took over the world of Pandora just because they were the only people that weren't the protagonists, that weren't developmentally disabled. Everybody else in this universe is an absolute moron. Or a siren.
This is a good one. Oh yeah. Are we doing the thing? Was that what I was supposed to do? Or is there something else we're supposed to be doing?
I don't know.
They tell us that being a siren is the most rare thing that can happen in the universe, except for that every second person you meet is also a siren.
Yep. You're a siren, and you're a siren. Everyone's a siren.
I was a secret siren this whole time.
Oh, they're gonna mutate, and that's bad.
Not impressed, Austin?
I am impressed. I like it.
It's fun.
I was just saying, I like this Master Blaster card.
Yeah, I like
Do
the
you
vehicles.
guys have a save game that loads at Carnivora? You should show them that.
Blake doesn't have a save game that far ahead.
Oh.
Well, he does, but he doesn't want us to read the save, which I can respect that.
I don't.
Yeah,
No, I don't think he does.
the Blaster
No.
Master card in Super Mario Maker.
He hasn't made it to Carnivore yet.
I'm at the Pit of Fools.
We know I meet Ice-T.
Carnivore's late game.
Yeah, where's Ice-T?
Ice-T is coming up. You'll never make it this time. Alright.
We have a video for that.
We do have a video for that.
Where's Ice-T?
Who's playing Sekiro?
Everybody.
A lot of people.
You should probably show it to us since you know what you're doing.
Sure.
Alright. Well, let me get that screen set up. Is there any way I can scoot you guys over to the left?
Shadows died twice, but the staff gonna die a lot more.
Shack's staff
Maybe
dies.
maybe did.
Jack,
Brought to you by Delicious Wendy's, though.
I can get you all past the opening segment. So
50 years.
If Dave Thomas was still alive, this wouldn't happen.
He's still alive.
What?
Because every year you agree.
No, not that big.
You are nearing a historical marker of Typhon de Leon, the first of all time.
Technically, both Dave Thomases are pretty cool.
Decades ago, while seeking the Iridian homeworld.
is there a
Shacknews headquarters. Wendy's dies twice.
Is there a conspiracy regarding Dave Thomas?
It's like a Bond movie title.
Only one Austin knows about, and me.
His friend's name is Dave Thomas. Sweet jump. Sorry, I just have to do sweet jumps. I like this. So now I own this on PS4.
You do, and you can play it with me, and I play it all the time. So.
Are you making Greg walk everywhere?
In a world where this came out, like, why were we even talking about Crackdown?
Because it was the only like Xbox exclusive. Other than
That was the disappointment of the year.
Look, I almost got everybody to vote for Crackdown 3, and that is makes me feel good about my persuasive tactics.
Which category?
Okay, so it's ready to go. We'll just have to switch the audio to Sekiro and yeah.
That was Borderlands 3, kids. We're gonna play.
Oh no, I have
Yeah,
always die
Sekiro.
twice.
controller for it.
Sorry, I didn't make the rules.
It's on PS4.
You need a PS4 controller?
Were they compatible?
We got a PS4 controller.
Are they
You can use
compatible?
that.
Yeah.
There's one right there.
Does it work on PC?
Yes.
Yeah, just
Yep.
unplug the Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, Sekiro works great on a DualShock on Steam.
Look, I was thinking, because when we're using these monitors, it's hard to see. What if we use one of our HDMI splitters and like put that up on the shelf?
Split from what?
From the monitor.
From that monitor?
Yeah.
Just put it somewhere we cannot go.
That's what I'm saying. Because if me sitting here right now, I can't see Sekiro. But if we put a monitor
Like above it, over there?
like here,
Okay.
Fire the Sarlacc or whatever they are.
Let's see, there's only one monitor coming out of there, right?
What's up?
that
Yeah, because what we can do is we can just take like the OBS.
Oh, so this is
there or something.
this is a problem. Can you do that?
but
It's controlling this, but it's also
you need
controlling
just turn off
yeah,
the
just turn off the
PS4.
PS4. Hold on.
that. Okay. Well, actually, hold on. Let me just turn it off.
I
Sounds like the ultimate speedrun challenge we asked me to do.
Yeah.
Play Borderlands
Play
3
Borderlands 3 and Death
Sekiro.
Stranding.
No, teacher, you have
No.
to play Psycho on mouse and keyboard. That's the only way you have to play it.
Disgusting. Wait, what did I
Crab's
do?
Draw would disagree with you. Mouse and keyboard is superior every way.
It's cool, you just gotta reboot it.
Where's the
I definitely feel like it was playing Borderlands. I'll check that out.
Okay. Did everyone play Borderlands?
Everyone played Borderlands.
Cool.
Alright, I'm just gonna get us to a
Why
certain...
can't I fire my grenade?
Okay.
Do you want to just switch over?
So let's just put this over there for now, and then we'll connect it.
What is happening?
I don't know what it
What's happening, stream?
That's here. That's it.
Oh,
Where did you wanna...
why is there a bar over the top? I hate it.
Like this?
I know. We'll probably split it again from here.
It might work. But then we would have to change a few things. Because it would be coming into like HDMI.
Wait, are we supposed to like have people who haven't played the game play the game?
Yeah, I was just gonna get us to a part where you actually have the sword and can do normal stuff.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna loop it into the channel going.
It's like Zelda, you have to earn the sword.
I literally just
You
want
have to
take
earn- you have
whatever's
to earn
going
the-
into
the
this
constraint.
monitor, put it into another splitter. Put one into the monitor, put one into this monitor. I think we have an extra splitter monitor.
So we're not streaming Sekiro yet.
Chat.
Yeah.
So
Give me just a bit and I'll get you guys
Here's
for.
this thing. Right? Power for it.
Look at this place. So when I try to put it in full screen mode.
yeah, don't put it in full screen mode, please.
Oh, okay. I see.
It's a from software game. What do you expect?
Power for this one.
So you just have to play it in good mode. Okay.
Just like.
Looks beautiful.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Great. Still rocking with Borderlands.
Oh, whoa. It's like this chicken back away.
Camera speed is 5. Are you playing this, Asif? Do you need a inverted axis?
Go with normal for now, and then other people will play it first.
It's the worst.
That's dangerous talk there.
I've done the unthinkable, like I've run out of ammo.
Well, good thing there are like a bajillion guns that take all sorts of different ammo.
This is
that
true.
you can just-
It's losing physical.
It's amazing.
Well, that sucked.
Good thing there's no penalty on death either. Woohoo.
In Borderlands?
Yeah.
I like that. What do you think of Borderlands, David?
I liked it. I've played 2 before.
Yeah.
It seems like more of that, which is not a bad thing. Like kind of what Blake and Chris were saying is it's more refined, and I can dig that.
The shooting feels much better than it did in 2. Like, not that it was bad, it feels more tight in this one.
I think it's important for like a shooter lure to be easy to get immersed in. And I think that world is definitely easy to do that.
Maybe we should.
You know how we're having trouble kind of like seeing everything? We're going to have another difficulty.
We judge the games based on how they launch or what they ended up being after patching.
It's the year.
So if they ruined it after it came out, it's still ruined?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that fair?
The Division was really awesome for the first month.
The Division was really good for a hot second.
And they decided to break everything and remove the team from the game.
Yeah.
Or they removed the team from the game, and the team that came in broke everything. Also, we could have an Avatar video game that nobody's asked for.
Nope. Talking about Division 2 or Division 1?
Yeah, Division 2 was astoundingly good the first month, and then the live team ruined everything.
We maybe a hot second where we unplug that. Right. We just need to unplug that, put it in here. Or
Okay, so we're just HDMI 3. So that's gonna
no,
go
no, no.
there.
This.
Yeah, that's HDMI 3.
We just need whatever's going in here.
Yeah. We're getting you that.
Okay. So that would just go in here.
I'm just checking everything. Hey, you might want to pause it for a second.
Sekiro, you only die twice in menus.
You die more than twice.
I think it said name of the character, right?
Sekiro lies, you die a lot more than twice.
It's like I'm like climb walls. It's crazy. Yeah, man. It's like they got the 2007 technique.
Going buck wild over there with all your crazy jumps
My
and stuff.
vaulting, look at my vaulting.
Shoot that man.
You would show up on the...
Yeah, that's fine.
You sure?
Let's get it over with.
There it is.
Yeah.
It should be the achievement for playing a game on such a small screen and then split screening it.
What's happening? Oh.
Achievement unlocked. Could be game on this small screen.
We're still playing my stuff.
No, you're good.
It blacked out for just a second.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it's going to black out.
Okay, this is the power.
I'm still feeling insane.
That way, the people in the back row can get to see.
In the back.
Right.
Yeah, do you have anything we should put
Right, so what game we're remaining on our schedule are you most
Actually, put it on top of the something.
Oh god, I don't know. I mean, I pretty much like all games. The only games I don't like personally are sports games.
Look at that.
And realistic racing games.
Unless you want to.
Because you do this, and you turn a little. I don't.
It's pretty hard to play.
I need a little more. Like I need a little bit more. I mean, my brother races. I want items. That's probably like one of the most underrated games ever. Blur. You remember that? You remember Blur? That game was great.
I don't remember playing much of it back in the day.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like the racing was good. It was a tight game.
Don't do it yet, because
Oh, okay.
give them some time until I can get the sword.
Sorry, our guy TJ's gotta get the sword because you don't get the sword in the game because it's gotta make it difficult because that's the name of those games.
Oh, that wasn't good.
It's kind of funny, like these two games are polar opposites in terms of designs. Borderlands like, oh, you died, no problem, here, just start over. And Sekira's like, you start from where you last saved.
Yeah.
You have lost everything.
It's okay to kind of have first experience for some games too. Yeah.
The good thing
He's a
about
monster.
Sekiro is that
Don't
when you
pay
die, it
attention to him.
punishes you horribly by making everybody around you
One time I
suffer.
ever remember like being cool with the very controls is like in flight games.
Yeah, like.
I'm not used to
Like in
using
Super
Xbox
Meat
controller, so when I made me do the ledge hang,
Yeah,
I
flight
accidentally
games,
jumped
yeah,
off the cliff. So I've already died
Dude,
once.
look at that. That's being destroyed.
Well, Shadows die at least twice out of here.
Yeah,
cool.
that's what they say.
Shadows
They're
die
just,
twice.
they're just over there talking about the child that they have in prison.
Sequel.
Person looking forward to Goose Game.
You ever played it?
Mario Maker. I haven't played Goose Game. Mario Maker, of course.
Let's play Untitled Mario Maker.
Untitled Mario.
Untitled Mario game.
Untitled Mario Maker.
I've heard of it, Untitled Borderlands.
Shimmying. Shimmying. Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
I always admire a game where the last script, the last line in the game is "That's my boy." It's one of the. I think I made like a cringy YouTube video for one of my friends because he was saying after he says that the Seinfeld credits should come up, and then I totally made the video for him. I'm like, here you go.
Talk to me, little man.
That's my boy. Dun, 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 dun. All the credits roll. I think we cleared it.
Super Mario.
I think we did clear it.
Who am I? Like, who am I? What's my character?
I think you are. Really, girl, I was just playing as. What's your name?
Because I don't see like any powers or anything. Do you see any powers? Oh, you know what? I bet you no one picked a talent.
So you might be equipped. Bobby Love, Bobby Roo, Bobby Dee, Bobby.
Bob is just gonna be funny. Tetris 99 is gonna be funny.
I'm looking forward to Disco Elysium just because that better be like the greatest game ever made. Like they're saying.
What if it's not?
And his shenanigans last night. Then me and him are gonna have some real beef.
What?
Saying I'm looking forward to Disco Elysium. So the game better be amazing. After all I've heard about it from a certain Shacknews editor.
Oh, Samwise? Samwise the Brave. That's what I'll call him. Because Samwise the Swole is taken.
Samwise the Swole?
Swole, man. It's Swole. It's a term we use. You use that term in Maryland?
What's the term?
Swole.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
ironically, but yes.
We have that term in California and throw plates. That's a funny one. It's serious. It's serious. I don't know. Like I always find how I think the lingo differs from state to state, especially on the coast since we're so far away.
For sure.
Like, do you
Bloody wanker.
do you lift? I don't know. You throw plates? You totally throw plates, bro. Never heard throw plates?
I'll bring it to the East Coast though. So
Yeah.
I'm saying it to people.
If you have any buff friends, be like, dude, man, you throw plates. I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking
When
about?
I leave the house, my mom's like, "What are you gonna do?" I'm gonna like, throw some freaking plates. I'm gonna slam the door
They
behind
get
myself.
swole, mom. I'm gonna throw some plates. All right, just be home, be safe.
Greg throws plates. Greg does a lot of things.
Anymore. As a matter of fact, I finally reached that age where I'm playing Call of Duty and I'll die and I'll be like, damn. But I'm not really angry about it. But my friend will be like, mother, that's so stupid. And I'm just like, well, he shot faster than me.
It's like, maybe it's the children. I don't know.
It's the children. Am I slow and not as fast as I used to be? No, it's the children who are wrong.
My thing is, I was always bad at Call of Duty. Like, even when I was in my peak, like, in the basement playing it for 10 hours at a time, I was still horrible, so I can't even, like, really be mad. I'm used to being mediocre at that game.
What did you play with all your friends then? Because that's what I played with, like, in college. Was a lot of Call of Duty. I was never into Halo in high school.
I love Halo. Halo's what really got, it was like my first shooter. But we used to just play on Xbox. Like, we'd be at school, like middle school, and we'd see each other at the end of the day. We'd be like, you getting online when you get home? And we'd like, literally, like, we'd get out of school like 3, and by like 4 o'clock, there was like 9 of us on like Call of Duty.
Oh man, see in high school.
Like, private matches and whatnot.
Oh damn, yeah. I mean, I remember we didn't even have internet in my house until like 2001. It was rough. Well, like, because it wasn't everywhere yet. Like, I mean, you could get dial-up, sure, but you couldn't get, like, our choices were dial-up or satellite, and satellite would give you couldn't game with it because it would send you batches of information. So you'd be playing, like, a game, and everything would freeze, and then everyone would go, brrr, and then speed up.
Yeah.
Especially in Warcraft, because that's one of the games, first games we played, we got internet in 2003 or 4 or when that came out.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm talking about, like, I don't know, 2010, 11.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're the when you get home, you get on.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Xbox 360.
Yeah, 360.
No, yeah, I'm talking about the Xbox, man. That's what I was on.
I remember playing System Link. Like people would come over.
Yes.
And my dad would like have like Halo 2 lobbies going. That was fun.
They had a really good Splinter Cell game at that time too, which was cool. I forget what it's called. I can't remember what it is. Splinter Cell Black. I want to say Covert Ops or something. It was like a
Blacklist.
Yeah, it was like one of the best ones, everyone says. And then we played a lot of Rainbow. Then the 360 came, and then we played Rainbow Six Vegas.
Rainbow Six. RE2 is extremely good.
It's okay.
Game of the year every year. These things like run away from me.
Oops.
Just wait until like you're my age, Donovan, and your friends will be like, you're like the next generation will be like, yeah, we go in and we plug our headsets in and we like strap into the VR universe and we just sit there for hours. And you'll be like, oh, I played it on the Xbox 360, and they'd be like, okay, Grandpa.
You just saw what I did to your 3 friends. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I know those times are coming soon, Greg. I'm an old man now.
Sooner than later, man. I consider myself very lucky that I grew up in a G1 generation of gaming because I got to experience the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis.
My little brother's getting into games now. Well, he's not getting into games. He's been playing games forever. But he's like 14. He's a freshman in high school, and he's already kind of.
I kind of feel bad because a lot of people are like, what was your first game? Oh, Halo 5. And you're like, what? Like what? Don't you start in the first one?
Yeah.
No, man. Halo 5. Is it still? I mean, I was watching Reach. Reach was different though, because remember the Halo formula was it was jump. It was jump, grenade, shoot, melee. Like that's.
Nope, you have to get through. You have to get all the way to the.
For sure.
The
You just jumped everywhere.
boss.
That became a meta.
I'm sorry. I thought you were. You can actually beat him, by the way.
You can, but.
I'm sorry. I thought you were fighting him now.
Nope, I'm not quite there yet. That's what I'm trying to get to, though.
Yeah. So let's skip the tutorial again that teaches everyone how to play, and then hand it right after the tutorial and say, "Good luck."
That's my plan.
And then ridicule
Good luck.
Ridicule them on stream.
I'll teach you the basics, young fowl.
Just block. It's not that hard. Just block. Just block.
That actually isn't far from the truth.
Parry. Gotta time your parries.
Very.
You gotta
Steve
be Perry Mason up in this
Wall
bitch.
Street Kid.
Game of the year every year. Super Mario Brothers 2.
No,
Chris, you still with us?
better known as Doki Doki Panic.
Chris,
Yes, sir.
tell us about how you play games at 120 frames per second, and that's the benchmark, and you won't touch anything lower.
That's not true. Souls-like games are definitely better at 120 though. Input lag is lower and the combat's much more smooth. But I've only tried that in the Surge since From locks their games at 60.
Haven't I read in like different articles that like you can only see like 60 frames per second, like your eye can only pick up so
The
many
human
frames
eye
per
can
second?
only see 13 frames a second.
Oh wow.
What do you say?
Your eye can only see 13 frames a second.
We're almost to the place we
Mine
need
see
to be.
more than that because when my freaking Fortnite drops to like 28, I feel like I'm going through the Matrix.
The true answer is somewhere above 1,000, but there's varying schools of thought based on the tests that were done.
I found a pellet.
Human eyes are complicated. Strobing pictures are probably not natural, so it's all weird. In real life, the fastest rate at which a person can pick out a moving object while the head is moving is equivalent to 13 hertz. But that's wildly different than looking at a strobing LCD.
I've also seen the esports have these really cool tools that track eye movement and like reaction time on my mouse and keyboard, and they showed me an Excel sheet. No, it was a bar graph. It was a bar graph, and it shows like from age 14, and it the reaction time gets faster and faster and faster, and then once it hits like 27, it goes lower and lower and lower and lower.
HDMI 2.
Yeah, you get old, and by the time you're 30, your dick falls off.
What's the Sekiro scene?
All right, everyone, we're playing
Yeah, I gotta fix
Sekiro.
it.
You only
I gotta fix
die many times in a minute. Thank you for hanging out at the Borderlands stream. You've been a wonderful audience.
You
For
shouldn't
sure
have to
to
worry
be
about
waitress.
frame rates, though. This computer's in
Resident
the office
Evil
should be
2
able
game
to
of the
last through.
I don't think it's not picking it up.
My man.
Resident Evil 2. My man.
It's not picking it up. Just unmute HDMI 3.